What's going on, everyone? Jack here from Half Chrome, and these are the two latest drones I was sent to review. And if these drones look familiar, that's because they are. These are, in fact, not what you think. This one here, this is the Veeniix V11, and it's super similar to the Holy Stone HS600 or the Triple Fine F35. Or some SGRC, I believe the F22. So what happens is a manufacturer will make a drone. I believe it's SGRC, this is the actual manufacturer of this drone. And then they let other companies kind of customize a few things. You can see this one is blue, the software is a little bit different, and then those drones are resold or rebranded, mostly on Amazon. And that's super common. I've seen it for years, usually with drones in the $300 and under range. Until I got this thing. This is the Specta Air. And if it looks like the DJI Air 3, well, that's because it is. At least all the hardware is the same and the software appears to be a very similar version of that. So is this thing as good as the DJI Air 3? Well, that remains to be seen. If you're shopping for a drone, you should definitely look to see if there are similar drones in the same price range. And you have to be careful that you're not getting something that was just kind of a knockoff or a cheap copy, or something that was made to look similar but isn't. What I'm talking about here is these two drones hardware, they're like 99% the same. We just have a little bit of color change. And the software, yeah, a little bit different. I don't quite get that, but these drones, right down to the batteries, the same. So picture quality and performance, they're gonna be pretty comparable. While I will come back to the Specta Air, this thing's gonna get its own video. So if you wanna see how this thing performs, you're gonna have to subscribe to see that. But let's talk about what you can expect with a clone, right? So this Veeniix V11, they say 10,000 meter range, 4K camera, electronic image stabilization. Yeah, all of those things are true-ish. I believe the camera's actually HD, upscaled to 4K. It's a pretty good picture, it's decent quality, you get a handful of flight modes, although fewer flight modes on this than the last one, this Triple Fine that I reviewed. For whatever reason, I don't have like the rocket and the droney modes. I do have a follow me, both a GPS and a visual follow. The visual follow doesn't work great. The GPS follow does work well, but I can't yaw the drone. I don't know why. That's the one control that they left out of during follow mode. But yeah, it's a decent drone, right? Decent beginner drone. If it was $200, I'd say yeah, buy it. I think this Veeniix version from Roku or Ruko is actually the most expensive one of these I've seen, so I probably wouldn't recommend this one. Other little things, it doesn't have all of the software that some of the others do in terms of flight modes, and the gimbal action is incredibly slow. Like there's like a lag or delay when I'm moving the gimbal, so that's kind of weird. It's nice, comes with a carrying case like most of them do, 2 batteries. It's a decent package. Probably wouldn't spend $430. I'm sure there's an Amazon code to lower the price to right around $300. That's usually what this drone is, but I'd probably spend my money on a DJI SE or a FPV Mini or a C-Fly Mini or something like that. Potensic Atom maybe even. I'd rather have one of those. Now this one says it's remote ID compliant. I never saw the remote ID in the app on this one, but definitely did exist in the Triple Fine. So I think I just have like an older version. Some of the older manufacturer models just aren't remote ID compliant. So if you want one of these, I'd find the clone that is the cheapest and I'd buy that one, right? There isn't really any super significant, I think, differences among the ones that I've flown. Now, what about this guy, the Specta Air? Is it gonna be like the DJI Air 3? Well, the answer is yes. It's got the same camera, it's got the same hardware. Now the software may not be quite up to DJI snuff, since DJI is the king of drones, but it's gonna be pretty darn similar since it's using basically a forked version of DJI software. So when I get this thing up and running, you're gonna wanna check out that video. Plus, they also are making a mini version. I don't know if it's the DJI Mini 3, Mini 4. That's supposed to be on its way in April. Now, Specta doesn't have a website fully functional yet, but that's under works and should be out soon. So we'll learn more about this company. Now, they don't claim to be affiliated with DJI in any way, so we'll see on this one. If you're looking for a beginner drone, it's an okay option. Not great, not what I'd get, but it's good enough for probably most people. Anyway, if you want a more in-depth, I know this was not a super in-depth review of this Veeniix V11 because I've already done it twice. If you want to check out those videos, I'll link them down below for you. And I'll absolutely have more information on the Specta Air, the Specta Mini, Specta in general, and I have some thoughts on our website that you may want to check out as well. That's halfchrome.com. Anyway, hope this was moderately helpful. Good luck, everyone, and happy flying.